in a conversation, someone said the other day, well, I dare NCIC, for example, to do something so fundamentally sound that will set a precedent and teach a lesson to those who think they can use this as a tool. Do you see that happening?
Well, I don't see it happening. Not now. First of all, if it were, very painful decisions have to be taken. And one of those decisions is prosecute Kaluma, prosecute Wanka. If those two get arraigned in court, I know it will not be locally because there will be so much violence. Supporters say don't do this. But it's a high time. Hard lessons were learned. If somebody like that was prosecuted, arrested, and charged with murder, and seriously prosecuted because there's overwhelming evidence, together with those major goons who were used to do these things, malicious damage to property. If those two went to court, then you will start changing the nation. But from the look of things, the government is not likely to prosecute them. And is that why it's taking so much time? There seems to be the elements of time is not really respected here. There's a gentleman who was killed. For all intents and purposes, by the time he was being released from Mathaiga police station, he was dead. He was a walking corpse. A few hours after he was released, Eric Otieno died. And the details of what happened to him, by the way, has not been mentioned by anybody since then. It's been 2 weeks. Okay. The reason why Albert Odrang's story came out really quickly is because of the fact that his father raised an alarm and said, "Excuse me, my son was arrested. We don't know where he is today." And then very quickly we heard that he had been killed and he died as a result of the torture that was meted upon him. We can go on and on. Time factor. I mean, so many things. Last week in Makueni, a young man was arrested over some, little things in a small town called Nungune. Yes. And when he got to the police, he kept on asking, "Why are you arresting me? I mean, you've arrested me another time and taken me to some remand prison and eventually released me with no charges, or charges abandoned." And he was saying, "I'm not getting to this cell." The next day, he was dead. George Macau. Yes, and then they cooked, they say it is a story of, I went there, they said he hanged himself with his trouser. Nobody from his family, you see somebody hangs themselves, the family will be called at least before he's released. In fact, even somebody hangs themselves in a house, nobody touches them till the police come. And so this one was turns and twists and was very upsetting. Now he's buried. And unless, serious following up is done, I don't see anybody be responsible. So why does it take so much time? And this is the third death in that police cell. In that particular police cell? So this is in the last 1 year or so. Yeah. In that particular police station. Some cops, some people, repeat Why story. Does it take so long? IPOA is yet to pronounce themselves on these happenings. The IG of police came out the other day and said any death that occurs in a police cell whereby there were police officers in the area, all of them, not one or two, all of them should be indicted. All. He said this. Now, we don't know whether it was for show or to show as though something was happening, but then that means that even the ones that happened in the past, we should be having some things being done about that. So I'm making a connection with time, that today is Wednesday, and today is the day that Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma has been summoned by the NCIC. But people died on Sunday. People were injured on Sunday. The violence happened on Sunday. If it were me or Dennis, we'd have been cooling our heels somewhere in a police station waiting for somebody to come and say guilty or not guilty. Why is there a selection of justice? I must say there is double standard, and that's a very bad precedent being set by the current government. I'll tell you why even the IG sometimes will find himself hopeless. If whoever is being suspected to have committed this crime comes from a certain tribe or is connected to certain powerful people, that trial will not go anywhere. not in this regime.
You're saying it like it's normal, Senator. It's
yes.
Unacceptable.
Yes, it is very unacceptable. Unfortunately, our country has lost it in a big way in terms of the rule of law, in terms of weakening of government institutions. One time a cabinet members of parliament who were attacked somewhere in Central by police and their vehicles shot. We took them there, we wrote statements, we gave all the evidence. IPO has done nothing up to date. Those police officers are known. They have not been prosecuted. You saw now when there was a murder and the young man who got into trouble said, no, I'm not I only, gave a ride to a police officer who did this, a senior police officer. I mean, one disappeared, one got arrested, and I hope the other one will be arrested and they'll be prosecuted. But within a year, maybe they will be free, and that story will be forgotten. So we are saying that first and foremost, the president must strengthen government institutions, allow DCI to do its job, allow police to do their job, allow courts to do their job, give courts sufficient evidence, allow ESCC to do its job, allow the DPP to do its job. And that's why if Kenyans have to change from this situation, because I don't see it improving. I mean, Kaluma and Wanga have committed murder. Why is he going to NCIC?
That's a serious thing you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, this is murder. There is overwhelming evidence to sustain a charge of murder. There was planning, there was execution, people have died.
And can you link it directly to their action? Because what you're saying is quite serious.
The link will be the financing.
How do you know that the financing came from them?
Through the M-Pesas and through these young people. I'm telling you, if you arrest these young